You know where he does some scrappy bits at the beginning of the actual day and then go into it?
Yeah, preamble.
Yeah, preamble.
Video evidence. What is it on the streets?
No, it's the park.
Yeah, well.
These are battered, these Vaporflies, in the Sports Direct specials.
Yeah.
What was that, Jeff?
1.7.
1.7 mile warm up. Easy peasy, right? Castle Park Parkrun. Welcome back to Rate My Park Run, your ultimate guide to the best park runs up and down the country, one course at a time. Crystal clear drone footage and first person footage throughout gives you a real good idea of what you can expect on race day. This is the Castle Park Parkrun course. It's a 2-lap course running around fields and tarmac of a beautiful park, which we'll speak about throughout. Here's some of the stats from Strava. There's plenty of segments here that you can try running against, and we'll go over the reverse sprint finish segment as well. The leader's got a pretty special time, but we'll see what we can do to make a dent on that today.
Where'd you scan these in at the end?
Right at the end. They'll give you a barcode, and then you scan your own barcode as well. That's it. It would be simple.
Are we ready, baby? Jocelyn?
Now we're going to go and drop
250 park runs.
How many have you done?
200. You've got the 100 one.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be a good one, mate. This is impressive, yeah. Do you know when I said it gets congested? I'm glad I told you that. Do you know when I said I might finish in the top 10?
You won't.
No. Yes, welcome back runners. A little preamble there with my good friend Jeff on his second park run. We've all been there asking how the barcodes work on the day. So I thought I'd give the first person footage for the start just to see what it's going to look like on a congested start. There was over 390 runners on this day. It was Castle Park Parkrun's 7th anniversary of hosting Parkrun as well. And we will be jumping between drone footage and first person footage throughout. But as always, you can see exactly what you're going to be seeing throughout the entire course of the Parkrun. As we make our first turn onto the tarmac, we started at a bandstand on Saunders Field before reaching this pathway we're on now, and we're heading towards Grange Paddocks Leisure Centre. As the leisure centre approaches, the route diverts onto Grange Paddocks itself and circumnavigates the perimeter of Grange Paddocks. Approaching Grange Paddocks Fields, and just to the right of us is the train line as well. You'll hear them going past, and you'll see them as well as you come up towards the train line on the first and second lap. You can just see on the shot there the train. The crowds are starting to thin out now, and you can open up with the pace, but there's plenty of room, like I said, as you approach the fields to get into position, and it won't be as congested. This was a busy day. They do normally have over 300 runners here at Castle Park, so just try and get to the front if you're one of the quick runners, or just go off negative and build into the race. There's plenty of time to catch up for positions a bit later on. This is generally a flat park run. There is a lot of grass running and fields, but there is some good tarmac to build up the speed as well. There is a hairpin that you'll do twice on the fields, which will ultimately slow you down. And this little junction here, you have to circumnavigate around. And as we head towards the playing fields, and this is where it opens up and the hard running begins. Outdoor gyms here, there's the Norman Castle, riverside walks, gardens and open spaces. Castle Park is a perfect place for watching wildlife, keeping fit, playing games and enjoying some peace and quiet. When the drone footage was filmed, it was around 6 in the morning and it really was a nice park to be running in. There's old castle ruins here that you can climb up to. There's tennis courts. There's a splash park for children to play in, and there's a skate park as well. Walk by the waterside at the River Stalk Trail and visit the memorial gardens, and I must say the memorial gardens were really quite nice to walk around and peaceful on the morning of my run. So we're approaching the first hairpin turn here, which always slows you down on your park run. It wasn't as slippery as I thought it would be because it's on grass, and we're approaching our first marker point just about now. 1k in, just flying along, finding our position and trying to chase down all the runners in front of us. As we go into a left turn here, there will be cones out, so try and stay true to yourself and go round then and get the full mileage in for your run. These pathways were pretty firm, slightly muddy in parts. It's up to you if you want to run on the grass or get your nice new trainers dirty. Totally up to you. Through the arch, into first person footage, lots of runners. So we're going to veer to the left here. There's cones just marking it out. There'll be a marshal here as well. And just to the right here where I'll be pointing just about now is where the old route used to take you. You used to go right through those trees, and we stay on the playing fields for quite some time. There isn't much tarmac on this course, so it is one that's going to be working your leg muscles and giving you a real true test of your stamina with a lot of grass running. But it's how we get faster. The old route, you'll be coming out at just this point here, so not much of a change. There is a brook just to the right, or a stream of some sorts. I imagine it could become flooded in the wintry season as well, but beautiful views as you run around this park. I did find here there's a lot of mole holes, so just watch your ankles. No one likes turning over, and when you're putting your foot down and trying to take people over and reel people in, and you go down a mole hole, it's a bit embarrassing and you've got to compose yourself, so just watch out for them. There's a few divots. I guess that's the issue we have with running on grass, but apart from that, it is generally a flat course. There's no real tests of inclines, and we're a mile in now. We're going through this nice arch of trees and we're flying along. As I've said in previous videos, the timer isn't true to time, unfortunately. The first person footage on the day, we were running around 19 minutes 10 for the 5k, so we're running around 6 minutes 10 per mile, so we are flying along. The drone footage, they're about 7-minute miles we're running, and I'll speed it up in parts just so you don't get bored, but you do get a true viewpoint of how the park runs. And we're running towards some firmer ground now and up towards the train lines again. This course you will come back on other runners twice, and it's quite a nice turn to come into, and if you spot your friends or running with your friends, you can give them a high five. We're 2k in now, we're approaching a nice pathway, and we'll be on some paths for quite some time now, as then we go into the second lap. It's hurting now. This is a great view. At the end of this path we'll be turning right. You might recognise it as we come onto the fields. We're now going back on ourselves, And you can see the trains going past on the track as well. A nice footbridge for any spectators. So we go right here, we'll go into first person footage, and you can see other runners coming the other way. There will be cones laid out and a marshal there just to tell you to keep to your respective sides, because it does get tight there. And we're on some gravel paths now as we come round towards the River Stalk. This is a really nice part of the run. I really enjoyed this when I was filming the drone footage and just breathing it in. Lovely part to run on. Look at that. Views for days. That's why we love it. But back to business. Let's keep chasing these runners down. I have no idea what position we're in, but I did tell my buddy I reckon I could finish in the top 10. So we got some work to do. So with veer left here, there'll be some cones and a marshal just guiding you along, and the river just to our right. Plenty of nice trail walks on this park as well. Hit the first person footage, you can see the river there on the right, and good tarmac here as well. This will be on the next lap as we approach the final lap as well. You'll come along this path, but for now it's a sharp left turn, and this is lap 2. Rinse, repeat, we go again. Sawdustfield to our right, skate park just there to the right as well, you can see. And it really is a nice park. You can tell they've injected a lot of money into the park and it's well looked after. Castle Park Parkrun, they do race reports on their Facebook pages as well. And you can see the tennis courts to the left. So, a lot more sparse now. All the crowds have gone, everyone's found their natural positions, and we're flying along. And you can see on the first person footage, and there's not as many people the second time round. So you can open up and just find your nice natural pace now. A few stats on this event. They've had 289 from the date of posting this video. They've had 10,627 finishers, 88,000 finishes. They've over 1,000 volunteers, over 11,000 PBs, and the average finish time for this course is 29 minutes and 17 seconds. You can see the left hand side, all the runners coming the other way. Find someone to high five if you can, and we approach the fields for the second time. So plenty of finishes on this course. Whatever your PB is, put it in the comments. Let us know what your favourite parts or your least favourite parts are of this really nice parkrun course. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this was their 7th anniversary of hosting Parkrun, and they had the High Sheriff of Hertfordshire there to commemorate the day. 2 miles in now, only a mile and a bit left. This is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright camera, come on, keep up. As we approach the sharp turn, right hand turn for the second time. You know the route now, so just push in, dig deep, and we're now on the way home. 4K marker, 1 kilometer left, getting excited, don't do anything silly, like a twirl and nearly rip your groin open. Just trying to show off to the drone there. Yeah, that hurt. It doesn't look like it would, but it did. Don't advise doing that while you're running at a certain pace. Right hand turn here, still chasing down the runners. Come on, we need that top 10 finish. Okay, all pathways here now, up until the finish as we approach onto Saunders Field. Another train, excuse me good sir, just gonna go around you there, lovely jubbly, here we go. Other runners coming the other way, cheer them on, they'll be cheering you on. Right hand turn onto the gravel paths, and we're nearly home. So there's plenty of parking here at Castle Park Parkrun. They have parking on the actual park itself, and there is a big multi-storey car park across the way. There is public toilets as well accessible, which are in the shopping centre in the multi-storey car park in the Sainsbury's, FYI. They do have other toilets, but they don't open until 9 o'clock, which is far too late. Alright, last left turn, onto the tarmac now, approaching Saunders Field. You got the river to your right, and you're chasing down these fast chaps in front. Plenty of nice restaurants in Stortford for your post-run analysis. Me and my friend went to the local Wetherspoons, which is just across the way, about 200 metres from this park. So nice and accessible, and right on the river as well. Some encouragement from the chaps as we try and get past them. And just to the left there, the High Sheriff of Herts here, cheering us on. And this is a nice bit of tarmac here. This is a Strava segment. This is the sprint finish. See what you can do with this Strava segment and really push it to the end now. We will be going on grass for the final few metres or so. This is it, you can see the finish now. Put your foot down, right to the end. And that's me. I'll catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Let us know in the comments what you think about Rate My Park Run, any improvements, anything you look for at a park run. But my friends, you've just completed it. Cheers guys. See you in the next one.
Go on, great finish, well done. Well done, good running. Nice one, brother. Managed to pick the 9th position. 9th, yeah, got it.
You called it, didn't you?
Yeah, called it. This isn't normal, you don't normally have the High Sheriff for every park run. There's going to be congested.
I'm not going to be last then, that's fine.
You ain't first, you're last, mate. So we're all last. Apart from the guy that's first, obviously.
Someone fancy hat.
It's the Sheriff of Herts. Have some respect.